We're also live now, by the way.
Fabulous. Let me make this a big screen. Because I would like to see how my persona does. How terrible it will be.
I don't even know how to tell you that. Don't even know. Because you can change this stuff. They value the happiness of their people and their freedom. That's what benevolent means. Loyal means they value righteousness and fidelity, and they will never betray their words. Careful favors a defensive style. To get militarist, you have to... I don't know how you unlock things. I assume it's influences, but I'm not sure. I guess it's trophies, probably. So, all-you-can-eat buffet. Produce at least 1,000 food per cities. I thought I had that. I really thought I had that. I got up to 925. Achieve 12 agrarian stars in a single game. I feel like I did that too. I guess maybe it's level. I don't know. Lead a religion which 8 or more empires follow. So I need to load up an 8 AI game if that's the case. So we were going to play our multiplayer game, and I think we saved it. Do you remember what we were at the time?
I do not know.
Oh wait, there's a Brandon game right there. 209 turns.
That's a lot of times. Can you add me to it?
Yeah.
It kind of bothers me.
Why does it bother you? And what bothers you? There is now 1,000 viewers in this channel.
Oh, wow. Okay, let me do this. Is this it?
Yep. And transition it over. There we are. Let's see what we're looking at. I was playing a AI game on hard mode. I am 7th currently.
Oh wow.
We're in the 4th era, and I'm an era behind. I don't know if it's because I was playing it on faster mode that I'm just used to, because I usually play on slow. I like long games.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, the longer the better, you know? Ugh, my back is killing me today. We're using the standing desk today, so forgive me if I wander in and out of frame. It's gonna be one of those days, I can tell. Luckily, I still have some Mary Jane to help me through. Don't be a Karen, be a Mary Jane.
Oh my.
Everybody likes a Mary Jane. So, welcome to the stream. I forget we're new. Are you watching this on your stream as well, sir?
Yes.
Thank you. I'm I'm Fire of Life 2018. We're playing with Barandon, also known as Ashermaid.
See.
Playing Humankind. It's a new turn-based strategy game. It's pretty cool. I freely admit, it's pretty cool. I have sent an email to Sega Studios requesting to be in their streamer list to be able to get drops, because I thought that was pretty cool. Like, you just get to get your favorite streamers drops, but I want to be on their list. So I reached out. We'll see what happens. Of course, there wasn't like a direct email, so I sent it to their like contact us email. So who even knows if that's even going to be a thing where they get that.
Oh, this is the game we were playing together. I was thinking the other game we were playing together where I was like against that bear lady.
It's hard that like they get confusing, right?
Like, who can keep up with all those?
Because you're orange. I mean, I play 3 different games, so.
Yeah, that's a lot.
And Bear Lady is my vassal?
Greetings.
Yeah, Bear Lady's my
I
vassal.
hope things are well.
So is Blue. Oh, somebody released the Scots. You could absorb the Scots. Well, I guess blue or green could absorb the Scots. You're close, but you'd have to take up one of these Zirids. Like they each only have 1 city now.
Who does?
Brown, green, and blue all only have 1 city.
Oh, I was going to ask how do we win this? Well, you have like a lot of points there.
Well, yeah. We win by, like, once you get into the ancient era. Yeah, so we have 2 more eras to go. And once you get into the ancient era, it pops up a thing.
Your empire is an enigma.
Oh yeah.
You can buy my forgiveness with gifts or with blood.
Who was blocking my trade route?
Same. English is undemanding. They better pay my shit.
I demand either recompense or you.
That's not very exciting.
Alright. Like, they're all on the other end of the world. That would be really hard for me to murder them. But I'm not gonna lie that I want to do it, so. I don't know why sometimes my screen stops scrolling. And now it works.
I thought I had a ship or something. Maybe it died. Oh no, it's still alive.
No, I have a ship.
I have a ship. It's out and about.
Same. I think I found the new world. Shining, shimmering feelings. It's over, sideways, and under on a magic carpet ride. Oh, new world. Somebody just messaged us in Discord. I heard it.
It probably says, "We don't pay you to sing, sir."
Does anybody pay me? I mean, like, y'all could pay me not to sing. Subscribe, follow, and I'll shut up. I'll stop anyway because it's just being ridiculous.
Oh, you left the game.
Oh, my connection was lost. What?
Probably because you're trying to do too much.
Can I rejoin?
I don't know. I'm gonna go back to the main menu.
I have to have a lobby ID. You went back to the main menu?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll load it up again. Unless you want to start a new game now that we kicked out, since I'm probably gonna win anyway. If you want to take it through, I respect
fine.
it. But
that's fine.
Like I said, we have 400 more turns of this.
Jesus. I pretty much don't care. I'm still trying to figure out how to do this persona thing.
Let me just start a new one then. Oops. Play multiplayer, new game. Friends only multiplayer. Invited. Were we playing on Metropolitus? You want to try Nation difficulty this time? Like the AI's a little harder? Or do you want to try Metropolis with harder AIs?
I guess. I don't know. Just come save me if I need saving, damn it.
I don't know if that's how this game works, Brandon. I think you need to be...
You're my friend, and you know I suck.
I don't know that you suck.
That is...
I mean, this will be your third game, so...
I don't like that at all.
And I'll put this on a large map, and I'll set the pace to normal, so the game takes a maximum of 300 turns. Okay. And the map, I set up... Well, I guess we'll never know.
Oh, really?
I believe I had it set on random. I believe.
Oh, wait.
Right, because random's fun. I hope that they put more civilizations in, and it's like cards, so you don't get every civilization every time. I think it'd be nice if they're like, oh, so you have 8 AI, you have 8 competitors, so you have 8 choices. Those 8 choices rotate, so you don't know which ones you're going to get each game. I think that would help for replayability.
I don't see this icon.
Full bellies and healthy children. I see where this is going.
Say again, Brandon. I didn't hear what you said.
I said, it says, it said click on this icon whenever you're doing something. I'm like, what?
Which icon?
To add my AI persona.
Oof. I'm dying. And then I forgot I muted myself again.
How dare you?
Onward.
I definitely feel like the Auto Explorer is the early game cheat.
You think so?
Yeah, because the AI knows where the like whatchamacallits are. The whatchamacallits.
I guess I need to be fighting deer then. Shit.
No.
Why?
I don't know. You said something about it before.
Yeah, you have to fight 7 of them.
You got it.
5 of them. Sorry, it's 5 of them.
On the case.
I almost always choose the +2 food on a nomadic city. I mean, like...
Did you already get a city or something?
No, that was the event.
I was like, we need to have a chat now.
Oh, why? I'm only 1 person away from getting it. If you just put your scout on AI on Auto Explorer, and then whenever it becomes a second person, split it off into another one and put that on Auto Explorer, that seems to be the fastest way.
We move. Do it.
See, there was my 5th person, so now I can go up.
What do you mean go up?
I got the stars. Like, you see at the top where it's got 5 of 5 growth stars, or knowledge stars, or hunter stars. Whichever one of those you get first allows you to get a single star, which allows you to move into the first era.
Oh. I only have 2.
I know, I'm really tempted to not go into it right now, but I know that's so crucial in the first one. Like, Getting the first era is huge. But you have to decide on like which one you want. I should pick the Babylons just to make Brandon pick something different.
If that's what you want to do. That way you get to play with the Babylonians.
I don't think the bad. So I discussed this yesterday at stream. The +2 science per research technologies on the capital only affects one city, so it's not that great. Like the Egyptians give you +1 industry on tile producing industry, and 10% on district producing cost. So I mean, like that helps every city and every district for the rest of the game. Or like the Harpians that have one food on a tile producing food on a river. So it gives you all +1 to all tiles producing food, and then all like +2 to river tiles because it gets that. The Hatatis have +1 combat strength, like so the whole game they have +1 combat strength. Like that's crazy too. The Mycenaeans, 20% on unit industry cost and 25 experience points on creating a unit in a city or outpost. And it gives them industry and stability. That's pretty nuts. Or the 15 stability per, and 3 combat strength and combat units adjacent to districts counts as maker's quarter. I've never played the Mycenaeans before. I've never played the Nubians. But industry and money, and they have an archer. I'm gonna go with the Nubians this time because I've never done it. So Nubians it is. If it makes you feel better, I have no influence. Like I've not been able to put down an outpost or anything because I only got population. So I still have to wait for them to find some curiosities.
Oh.
Before I can even do that.
That makes me feel a little better.
The challenges.
And I really feel like that the race.
It's hard keeping up with the neighbors when they have the wheel.
Get that first civilization is
Humankind learns quickly that everyone contributes.
Because you start. That's usually when you can start putting down a territory and building a city and start building units and building districts. Like the faster that happens, the better.
Towns develop markets, and markets begin the exchange of goods.
I'm letting the stream watch the cutscene.
Most important, rumors and hearsay.
Because the cutscenes are
somebody else.
Your markets will be the birthplace of your famously canny merchants.
What's the question?
Who will in turn provide the means to equip your famously effective archers.
I'm sorry, I still couldn't hear you.
Did you pick another people than you normally do?
Yeah, were you not listening to me? I walked through my whole conversation on stream. I announced what I was gonna do.
That is true. That is true. I'm not gonna lie. You did do that.
And I see like why being a merchant would be nice because you could invest in other people's resources. That's kind of cool.
Yay! I didn't get to 5 people, but I did get to science.
See, you might be better off than me because I do not have people. I do not have any influence. I do not have any per turn, and I haven't come across any curiosities that have given me influence yet. So I'm like, what? This is new. Like, I'm getting ready to get science for some reason.
I mean, I always go science, but I don't know what else to do because it does something with farming normally.
Well, I don't have any science production either, so I thought it was weird that it made it happen, and I'm like, what? Weird. It was weird.
Now I have to look at. I don't know. I really just like the Babylonian people anyway.
Choose somebody different, Brandon.
Okay, fine. I almost picked the Babylonian people. Just to make you happy.
Why? Because you always pick them? Why would that does not make me happy.
Let's see.
Ah, fresh agua. case you're just joining us, I'm Fire of Life 2018, and we're playing with Asher Maid. We're playing Humankind. It's a turn-based civilization-type game by Sega, surprisingly. And it's got great graphics. It's really pretty. It's a brand new game. It's very, very playable. I'm not going to say that it's perfect, but it's very, very, very good. I shouldn't even call it playable. I mean, like, it is playable, yes, and I made that as definitive. Because a lot of times you can get good games that are not so playable. They're pretty, and you think they have potential, they can still be good. Right, Brandon?
Absolutely.
So talk us through what you're looking at.
Okay, well, right now I chose a different person.
Which-
It's the I forgot what they're called. They start with an O.
Oh, you picked the Olmecs.
Yeah. I didn't know.
I've never played as them, but I saw that somebody else picked the Harpians, and they're OP early game.
Is it because they're farmers?
Yeah, they get all that population immediately. Their
That's,
district building is all food. But I looked at it yesterday, and I was like, I don't know if that's really, like, the best, because, you know.
oh shit. There's a person down here. I don't like it.
Maybe they don't like you.
Good. That's how my goat goes, I guess.
That's how your goat goes.
Yeah.
I wish I had any way to put down an outpost. This is weird. I've never had this happen before.
I have an outpost.
I don't have any culture. I have not come across a curiosity that would give me culture yet.
Well, I've been getting a lot of culture, actually.
No, I don't mean culture. I mean influence. Sorry. The purple stars.
Really?
I mean, I've definitely found out where I'd like to put my first one. That seems nice.
I found out where I want to put my second one.
Somebody became the Babylonians. You're gonna have to play against your favorite people. Ooh. Finally got an outpost.
Sounds like I have to fight somebody.
Fight him.
Oh, shale.
And actually, now that I think about it, they might have given me a free one because of the upgrade and I didn't use it. But that's okay. I waited until I found a really good spot. Like, this one's got horses in it. It's got all kinds of things around it that I should be able to easily claim. Gonna be fine.
Just trying to figure out where I should put my second outpost.
Where you should put your what?
Second outpost. What do you think
Usually
would
attaching
be-
to your first city.
Well, what do you think is better? 2 food and 19 production, or 4 food and 17 production?
What does your city need?
It's not a city, it's an outpost.
Well, it still tells you the production of the outpost.
It doesn't tell me, like, it doesn't say what would be my best spot in this area. It's like,
What I'm saying is that you got to look see what your outpost, because your first outpost you put down is probably going to be your first city. So, like, if you need production because of where you put your city, like, you want to balance it out to make sure there's food and production.
yeah, I think that one had food.
So then I'd
It
put
didn't-
production in the next one to connect the two.
Great idea.
Especially if that's your plan. But, I mean, like, you could plan to just put down 2 cities because you're allowed to have 2. See, I just found another curiosity containing gold.
What is it?
I'm having a problem with influence this game. Having a problem.
I guess I can make this my city.
I mean, it makes you. Whichever first outpost turns to a city, it makes you turn it into a city.
I was like trying to figure out. I was like, how do I make this into a city? Oh my god!
I mean, this is your 3rd game, Brandon.
Didn't we talk about this before? Didn't we have a conversation about
About what, Brandon?
Not always being the smartest cookie in the cookie batch.
I think we've had the conversation about your self-esteem before.
I heart you. I send you all the hearts, sir. I don't know why.
I mean, I'm a stoner. I can do this. You can do this. Come on now. Half my brain cells are like contemplating the meaning of the universe.
I can show you what I look like today.
Oh, trying to be all cutie cute. Did you dress up for the stream? Should I put you on stream? Is there anybody watching that wants to see Brandon shirtless in stream? Come on, you know you want to.
I'm not shirtless. I'm not. Excuse me.
That's in the Patreon. I bet your boyfriends would come in. Why don't you have your boyfriends come in and do a little striptease?
I know Carlos probably would.
Right?
He always walks around naked. I'm like, bro.
You're like, bro. I mean, I guess if it's your boyfriend, though. It's just
Like, bro, you need
eye
to
candy.
stop.
You're like, I have things to do today. Stop distracting me.
I know.
I'm excited for D&D tonight. Are you? Oh, you're not gonna be there. Sad day.
I'm not gonna be. I hope you're excited for the one I have playing because it is racking my brain to figure out.
I think it's gonna be amazing for you. I love that you love doing it so much. So.
I actually do. I did tell you.
Did
that
you watch
I
the
was
video
like,
from your? It's up.
I'm really scared to watch it, to be honest with you, because I want to be like, oh, I fucking suck. That's what I'm gonna probably be like.
Now, welcome to Streamer Live. Welcome to Streamer Live.
How terrible was I the second time you watched it?
I did not think you were terrible ever.
And now you've met
you
the
had like a little
Mycenaeans.
rough start.
Let's hope relations
that was,
go well.
Like the worst.
I was
formidable.
nervous. I was nervous.
And that's okay. Oh shit. Blue is on my doorstep.
Yay. Okay, there. I did what you wanted. I combined them together.
What do you say to this appealing proposal?
I haven't met them yet, but I can see the purple ring around the world.
Right. They already have a city. They already have a thing, and I have nothing. This is gonna be great.
I feel like I'm doing better this round, though.
Yeah, I think you're doing better than me this game. I think that's a glitch. I wish they would fix that, quite frankly. Oh, yay. I found volunteers.
Volunteers.
A free warrior. From a goody hut.
Yay, volunteers.
But this city is going to take 10 turns to become a city. Like, this outpost is going to take 10 turns to become an outpost? I don't get it. It was really good. It was a 24 food. I guess it's production that makes outposts faster.
I have no idea. The city that I chose first one, it was like... Does it tell you the stats of it? Anywhere? Well, okay, so if I minus 19, it was a 10 and a 9 for food.
I put it down because the horses.
Yeah, I got horses too.
You need horses and copper early game. Oh wait, there's one over here. Turn that off. And and it's gotta have 20 influence to get another outpost.
Really? Mine was, okay, the first one I had to make, it said 5. The second one I made was 20. And then to combine them together was 30.
I still only have 10 influence. Like, that's all I've ever had this whole game, is 10 influence.
Oh my god. You know what, this is very surprising for you.
I mean, like, you can't make things appear on your map, you know?
Does she have 2 capitals? Or is this what you're telling me right now? I'm
I can't see
not
it.
100. Oh, I thought I shared my screen.
You shared your camera, I think.
No, I did both.
I actually can't see.
Yeah, I did both. I'm live. On God, this is a terrible camera angle too.
I think it's gonna melt my computer though, because your camera is doing all weird.
See my terrible tiny living space I have.
I wish you'd seen my house in Hawaii.
I'm used to like my old house with Keith, which I kind of miss.
I could see that. I am really upset about this culture situation.
Keith, if you were listening, I miss you.
He's not.
Maybe next time.
He's probably still asleep.
Probably.
I mean, all you get from that is gold. I have never experienced this where all my curiosities were food. So I mean, like, I have a substantial population right now, but they were all foods, and now all I'm getting is gold off of the other curiosities. So I've got 118 gold.
That seems crazy.
But I have no influence. And I'm still waiting for this thing 7 more turns. I don't know if I can put more population in will help that out. I'm unsure. I'm curious. It looks like the Auto Explorer is still working. I've got this guy stationed here because I want to build it. That's my next outpost. It's going right here on this copper. Because look, this person's already expanded to like my face. Like they're right here. I need to start. Look, this one's got gold, and then there's all this papyrus down here I need in my life.
Oh, it's the Egyptians that I'm talking to.
That's nice. And I discovered the forest.
Okay, so she's hesitant. They're unsure of my intentions.
A delight to see you again.
Because we have comparable armies. I guess I should send this guy over to help clear out whatever's over here. Again, I'm stationing him here because he's going to become the outpost as soon as I have influence to do it with. Oh, and I think I was going to have this guy come back and get into the city. I messed that up. Messed that up. Hashtag stoner. Can't remember what I want to do from turn to turn. I don't know how I could end just watching, not watching your video. Like, is your video still streaming?
Yeah, it is actually.
Can you
get rid of it?
Yeah, turn it off because I can't. It's doing something to my computer.
Good.
Are you kidding? Do you want to buy me a new computer? Like, what are you gonna do if my computer blows up, Brandon?
I mean, you're the one that's fabulously wealthy, from what I heard.
Who'd you hear that from? I was given a gift of an inheritance that might buy me a year to hopefully start a stream business. Is the plan. I'm basically taking a hiatus to see if I can do the streamer thing.
I hope and pray you can.
I mean, I hope and pray that people want that, you know, like. But I don't know. Hope and pray. That seems unlike me too. Look, there's some more gold. Oh, I finally got 20 influence. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. So if we're talking about the production is better, this should be a great place for production. But there's already like.
Why is she?
See, that's gonna happen in 3 turns.
Egypt is attacking me. I'm very upset at them at the moment.
Did you stop streaming altogether? Yeah,
No, why?
Your live stream's not live anymore either.
Well, I mean, you told me to get rid of my... Oh, did you want me to get rid of my face cam?
Yeah. Unless you, I don't have either of them in the stream. Did you want to put your face cam in the stream? I couldn't get your face cam in the first place.
That's fine. I don't care. You should know that. I'm gonna have another grievance against this person.
But that's because, are they attacking you already?
Yeah,
Like,
they were attacking me.
Are they aggressive? Is that just who they are? Like,
yeah, I already had one grievance against her, so...
So you better start building an army. That better be your first step. Research archery first, get an archer on the field. Hopefully you'll get a goodie hut that'll give you a warrior. Hopefully. I'm highly upset about this influence situation.
Shit,
Highly.
this bitch. She already has copper. I don't like her. I haven't found copper yet.
Well, has she researched it and exploited it, or just found it in the...
I mean, like, because I have 3 things that I don't know what it is. I don't know what these resources are, and I'm like, what are these?
Oh no.
Oh no, 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 no.
I probably just screwed myself. Like, I think I just did a population, and this one it still has 4 turns till it becomes a friggin' city. I know I put it there because it gave me 24 food. That's why I was like, I can't believe it's taken so long to become an outpost. I'm probably gonna just get rid of this guy too, but I'm afraid to do it now.
She has, like, everything.
Stop looking at what you're... Don't covet thy neighbor's things. You can buy that in future reigns. Like, build gold, and you can buy all the resources, and it doesn't really matter.
That is true, that is true.
And I believe there's... Like, if you go to the merchant one, you can invest into their resources. And get half the money they get off of it, just for it being in their territory. Alright, are you serious? I can't believe this is happening to me. I now have another one. I can do another one.
Oh, did I just make an outpost? Oh, I did.
I cannot do another one. I have to have 60 influence for the next one. Jesus.
Oh, so I can't attach it until... Then, okay. That's cool.
That's cool. I wonder, I guess we don't have advanced warfare yet, so it shouldn't matter. I'm still gonna wait one more turn until this becomes a city. I did not expect this to be my first city.
By building an outpost, claiming territory is this easy. The trick, of course, is keeping it.
Oh, I didn't actually see it. I've never seen these before. 2 industry, 2 gold, and plus money per adjacent maker's quarters. This one doesn't have the population. It's like, well, there's no population. I can disband this unit, and then I can turn him into an archer. And I really kind of feel in like early game that this warrior archer combo is pretty OP if you do it in the right situations. Oh, there's a sanctuary.
Sanctuary.
Or manual battle this, put him up on the high ground, and deployment. Just make him defend. That way the woolly mammoth has the low ground disadvantage. So that did half his health to a quarter of my health. I will just pull the same gambit. I guess they just like stand on the mountain and go, "Yo, woolly mammoth, you're looking awful water weight retention-y today," and he just crouches up there and like yells at him. It's a glandular problem.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Yeah, come on, that was funny. Now you got this woolly mammoth that's all weird about being fat. Oh, this is epic. I would love to innate that, but I really need to put down another outpost. Before I've become bottled in. Ugh. And I guess I should get the one with the wonder. This is probably going to be a very productive city. Again, I don't understand why sometimes it gets stuck. Let's look at how much food is over here. Like, there's already a tile with food on it.
I don't know what.
That one's got 5 food on it.
I don't know what is wrong with this woman.
Which woman?
Her people keep trying to kill my people, and I don't think she has that great of an army, honestly.
But I think that's probably her personality trait as an AI. If she's aggressive, they attack on sight.
Well.
Because, you know, keep in mind, we're in the ancient era. Like, there were definitely civilizations that were just like, I don't like them! Kill them! That's just, they sometimes have it coming. And it's always her. Because she's open and trusting. But what's her strength? This little army guy down there?
The little army guy?
Like you see it with his helmet in the bottom right hand corner? Where it says strength.
Oh, I see it. +2 to combat. And rented.
So she's going to try to get your city-states. So she's kind of weak at this point. I'd not take her out of the game early. Because she sounds like she's going to be a pain in the ass when she gets city-states. Also, you can enact a civic.
Oh, I can?
Yeah, see, when the ring's full, you can enact one.
Creating an outpost or attaching them?
It depends on which one you're going to do. A lot of times I get this early game, I spend it and I do the creation of outposts, and then later on I change it to the absorption cost.
That's a good idea.
Because right now that's what you're doing, is creating a bunch, but I don't think I even have that one unlocked yet. Oh yeah, I do.
That seems to leave a lot of interpretation of right and wrong.
Place.
Not to mention yours.
Ransack successful.
Executing your first ransack is not very friendly, but it's better to be the ransacker than the ransackee.
The ransacker versus the ransackee. Okay.
How much does it cost for I might try to figure out how much it costs for a what is it called?
Who knows?
Give me a second, I'm trying to think.
Oh gosh, I thought I smelled something burning.
I mean, really. Holy shit. Look at that, 31 industry. Poor food. What the Okay.
I mean, that's because you have a farmer, and you haven't moved around any of your people. You
Right,
have it all balanced, like 1, 1, and 1.
It's pretty balanced. I like my life pretty balanced. But yeah, I'm going to...
Oh, shut up. Another set of volunteers. Hallelujah. Where did my other warrior go? Down there? Great. The Mycenaeans.
A delight to see you again.
It says I'm trespassing? Oh, because I took that curiosity.
So how can I stop this from converting to Egypt in 4 turns?
Build culture.
How do I build culture exactly?
Like if you put down a district or a fort, I think you can culture for that.
Like, do I have to like have this in my area to do it, or?
No, like you have to build culture in your cities, and that expands your cultural influence sphere. So like even if he takes it and you build culture later, you can regain it. Because it's not even in your territory right now, is it? Because you have that special ability. You could use that.
What, this?
Upper right-hand corner, that yeah.
That's the left-hand corner. What does it do?
Gives you influence in that territory. Like, click on it. You have to select a territory once you click on it. And that'll cost you 30 gold, and it'll give you a whole bunch of influence and convert that territory to your sphere of influence.
It only costs 30 gold?
Correct. I think it gets more expensive every time you use it.
Did I use it?
Looks like it, because now you have 71 influence, and you had 50-something before.
That's pretty awesome. So I could do that again and do hers?
Every 10 turns, I believe.
Oh my god. Word. Maybe I don't have to go to war with her.
Alright, I really should have researched calendar first. Oh good, I get it in 2 turns. Yay. I only have 3 science per empire though, that seems... Oh. Do you have your second city yet?
No.
Oh, you're so far ahead of me this round.
I'm like debating about what to do, if I should make like a... Put outpost right here or not, actually.
Why would you not? You have the influence for it.
There's no good space for it.
It looks like you have a bunch of production.
Very production.
There was something 11. Oh, it's like 16 production right there. Basically, it's 16 production at the cost of 20 stability when you attach it to a territory.
The Assyrians. The fact that they have horses and siege engines might indicate their preferences as a neighbor.
Oh, and we finally met the Assyrians.
Greetings.
Greetings, Sovereign. Do you too believe that there is no limit?
Somebody play the chick. Oh, it's Bat Coaster.
Humanity might soar.
Oh wow.
It's hard not to dance to the song. Playing the chicken dancing, but it's kind of like a rappy hip hop kind of chicken dance. You want to like little chicken wing, chicken. Okay. Good morning, Sir Bat Coaster. Looks like he's also raided us. We are raided and chicken danced. 20 gold. And I did lose that population as expected. As expected. As expected. Great. It's a city-state. Already. I mean, I guess that's okay, because I can definitely merge them into my life. Or I could go kill them. But I think it's on the other side of my empire right now. This is a warrior. This is a warrior. This is a scout.
Oh, I guess she already has 2 cities.
Ooh.
This chick. So if I try to take her main city, like whenever I decide to, in a couple turns, go to war with her, maybe?
Mm-hmm. If you have the war support.
I don't know. I might. Well, not yet. I don't have it yet, but I might soon enough. She's very angry chickadee.
Very angry chickadee, you say?
She is. Which is. I don't even know. How do you see? Oh, yeah, it's right here. So, my war support is 100%.
Your first trade link.
100.
Commerce is how empires have always shared
Could
goods, resources, and tall tales.
Could definitely.
It's So she can't go to war with me, but I can go to war with her. Okay, cool.
I only have 16 influence now.
Yay, influence.
Oh, it still let me do it for 15 though. Haha. In 6 turns. It's got to be production that builds it first. I never thought about that because Civ is all food. Like you'd have to get food from that, so it's there's a difference we didn't know we had. I'll send it back up here, but it's got no that.
Shoot,
Packing
buddy.
up poultry. I almost always pick this one because I don't have science. I need science in my life. Because that just turned it to 15, and I think that's like the only 3 I had.
You have marked out your first emblematic unit. Congratulations.
Backcuster said you can, Brandon, just fine today. I'm unsure about what he means by that.
Here we go again.
Here we go again on our own. It's the only lonely road I've ever known.
Keep attacking me. I'm so done.
You know how you really are done with that? You end them. That's how you get done with that. Thanks.
Remember that one time in Civ that like this person just kept doing it to me, and I was like, all right, we're done here, and I just made like a million armies.
Catherine.
And took them. Yeah, and I.
Catherine.
And then I just like pretty much was war hungry.
That sounds like you, actually. Yes. I know secretly deep down inside he's all like, I'm a white mage, but have you seen those memes? Tell me you've seen those memes.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm a white mage, but
they have a gun and they're all looking at the camera like, I'll still murder your ass.
Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 of them. 4.
He said 4. So forest or woodland tiles production, that'll probably help out a great deal now that I have this. So I guess I should probably do it.
Do it.
And then obviously I need to get horses, because horses, I literally have a horse deposit. The weird thing is, like, so this city is right here with the horses literally on their doorstep, and they have no idea what to do with the horses. So they're just like, yo, have you seen all these, like, 4-legged beast things just running around the wild? I bet we could ride them. You think? Maybe we could ride them. Like, can you imagine being the first, like, person to discover horse riding? Who does that? Like, this thing weighs literally 3 times my mass. Looks pretty cool. Let me just hop up on it. Like, you feel like evolution would have took care of that guy first. Like, he did that to a woolly mammoth. Why didn't they ride woolly mammoths first? What's the difference?
I think I'm gonna try to get my horses.
Of courses. I think I'm gonna come over here and kill this scout that is in my territory. She's trying to be nice and not trespass, but it's like literally locked in my territory now, so she's like, So I'm just gonna come help her out and kill it. You know, just gonna help her out. Alright, so then I have a merchant ability that allows me to build.
You have constructed a first emblematic quarter. It's a symbol of power and a lasting memory of this era. Go ahead. Be smug.
Go ahead.
Time to see what
Be
happens
smug.
when foreign cultures get together and decide to murder each other.
They
Off we go.
ran away.
Yes, sir.
I'm about to lose this city right here.
To lose the city?
Yeah, I don't have enough, what's it called? Support, so I'm going to lose it in 2 turns.
Oh, you don't have enough culture. Well, I mean, you're going to lose it in the sphere of influence. That's not the same thing as losing the, like, economic resources of it. Like, don't freak out about it so much. You can get it back.
So it's not really losing it, it's more like I'm just losing the resource of it?
Well, that's like a separate win condition.
Oh, wait a minute, so I don't really lose this.
Yeah, like, you don't lose control of the district. Like, you still have it in your empire. It's just in somebody else's sphere of influence.
Kind of like they were. Just got 3.
That's basically your culture victory from Civ. Like, once you get enough influence to spread your influence all over the world, everybody has their own city-states and stuff, but you influence them, so you control them in your own ways. Like, if I was you on that one, like, whatever civilization you pick next, you need to look for one that does warfare and cult and influence. Because you're about to get attacked by one side from the... Oh, is this the same person that's getting your influence?
Yeah.
So yeah, you need to combat them. Like, they probably have an influence... Who are they playing?
Egypt.
So they're production based right now. So they're pumping out a lot of shit.
I just thought that I was, like, losing something else. I was like, oh no, I'm losing them.
Well, I mean, you kind of are. If you were... Because you like to do cultural influences. So I'm not surprised.
Oh no.
Badcuster says, is not enough mana.
Right. But she's going down. I'm going to go ahead and tell you that. She's going down.
She's going down, down, baby. No street on a rainbow. Boom, boom, ready. Let it go. Shimmy, shimmy, took a puff. Pass it to me now. That's an old song, and I still remember most of the words. Because I was kind of thinking about going to this Mycenaean situation. Because she says she has a stronger... She has a stronger army than I do? I don't know how I feel about that. Oh, now she's got her second city. But she's also fighting...
Yes, greetings. People. I hope you don't mind if I stare.
A proposal for your consideration?
And they only have 1 city.
So, will this independent people be an ally or an enemy? A barrier or a blessing? Their future may not be in their hands.
Let's go.
Because I need to put down another outpost here to see if I can snatch up this papyrus. Because papyrus gives you 4 stability and 3 science and 3 science.
I want this tea that's not in my territory.
Then build an outpost. Make it in your territory. Look, she has mercury and sapphire. But I only have 11 gold, so beep beep. Beep beep. Scientist star.
Girl, if you're making money, it's all gonna be mine.
It does seem logical that people shouldn't have to do a job unless they want to.
I still want to know what that not enough mana comment was about, Bats. Like, what were we talking about? You know how we ramble in streams. instant resolution, that one, because it was 3v1. I didn't want your shit. See, I could build it here, but there's not that great of things here. I can get to this later. I need this papyrus, though. So I kind of feel like I should just send him back to this. See? Except there's a curiosity right there. We built this city. We built this city on cooperation.
Which one are you? Are you the... Oh my god, who's first? I don't know who that is.
It's... No, I don't either. But I am currently 6th.
I'm 7th.
No, now I'm 7th. Because you just got your 2nd star. So, now I'm 2nd. Because the whole not having culture early really screwed me. We'll see, though. I'm not giving up hope yet.
She surrounded my people? Okay, that's it. She surrounded them.
I was like, that was it? I thought you were already well over that.
Oh, I'm well over her.
Well over. I'm just gonna move them here, because it's bound to be somewhere around the river. Just around the river bend. One day more. See, because I plan to get this guy, eventually, into my sphere of influence, so he'll probably be my 3rd city. And that might be all we get, quite frankly. So I need to snatch this territory up next. So once I get... I should probably go ahead and just do this one first, actually. Because there's papyrus in this one. That would solidify my borders. I can always go back and add these things in later. Looks like it's gonna be maybe there. Why is it not? What a wiggly, weemy, whammy way. And see, that's 4 papyrus in this territory. And you have to have 5 of them to get the big one. The wondrous effects. I like the Nubians' music, though. It's kind of like earthy and drummy. Gonna turn on fan number 2, guys. It's warming up. And that, of course, is probably gonna mess up my green screen. Of course. I don't know how this thing keeps getting moved away. I'm dancing to the Nubians' music. Kind of feels like something you'd get at like an Ethiopian restaurant.
I got horses.
Of courses.
I hope she's ready.
I don't think she's ready for this jelly. I don't think she's ready for this jelly.
Can I tell how strong she is?
You can give that if you go into the diplomacy screen.
Okay.
And click over that her attitude towards you. At the bottom, it'll tell you her military strength in comparison to yours.
It says it's much lower than mine, so that means I can take her out, right?
Yeah, I would murder her handily.
Okay, because I got 2 units right here, and then I have horses coming from the left. So I should take out her.
You have horses, like you have a scout horse. Because there's no way you have mounted cavalry yet.
I do not have mounted cavalry yet, but I will use my horses against her. I have whatever. I'll do whatever it takes, yo. There's just something cheap I could buy to have some extra oomph. You know? I said horses, I didn't say anything else. Got horses.
But okay.
What's its strength anyway?
What's what strength? The mounted archer?
Yeah. No, like the horse. What are they called?
The scouts?
Yeah, horse scouts. Are they strong at all or no?
No.
Are they weaker than normal scouts?
No, they're better than normal scouts. I mean, they actually have a combat strength. But it tells you, right, like if you pull up your unit and like hover over it, see the little bicep? That's how much strength it is. That's the combat strength. Then the arrow next to it is the movement point, and then the arched arrow is their range, and then the last one is its veterancy level.
Where is the strong on that? I don't see. Oh, I see it. 17.
Yes.
And okay, 14. Okay, so it is stronger.
But not by a great deal.
You know what? We're going with it.
That's important. That you feel that's important. Oh no. They're fighting me, and I don't want to fight them. Oh, is it a bear? Oh, it's a bear. Okay, I guess we'll fight the bear. Nah, he's gonna retreat anyway. They're a scout. I'd rather have my scout than the 40 gold from the bear. And this might be a more defensible location if the bear decides to attack us again next turn. I guess I should come down and take out the bear. Ooh. Curiosity. Along the way. Okay, so then the real question is, what should I make next? Because now we're looking at all these production things, and it didn't change anything. I also haven't made my own Maker's Quarter yet.
Oh yeah?
A new Civic. Definitely going to be the 50%.
They may have more to offer than just their
assimilation
weapons.
cost.
Assimilation does seem practical.
Because that's what we're waiting on, is getting this caught up. And it's only going to cost me 100 to get a new city versus 240. Somebody enter. Oh, the Celts. The Harpians have already gone to the classical era. Oh crap. But I guess they were the Harpians. I'm gonna guess. Yeah, that was the black is the Harpians that have now become the Celts. And we're 2 stars behind the Mycenaeans. 1 star behind everyone else, except for, yeah, I'm definitely the worst. Why does it show I'm at war? What's that about? I guess it was probably the bear.
If you could, I don't know, come to war with me, maybe?
You're not even on my map. I don't think we're on the same island, friend.
Do you think I could take her out, though?
Yes!
Okay.
Your army was much stronger than hers. And early game, all you have to do is run up to her city. Like, there's some conscripts in it, but they're weak units. So if you have a warrior and an archer, you're probably gonna take it.
So all I have to do is go to her city, right?
Yeah, like, and she will definitely send units to fight you in between, but... And you definitely have to do the fights. If you do a manual battle, it's not going to be good for you. Or if you do like the auto battle, it doesn't go well. I bet this is the stupid bear. This is the bear again, and it won't let me retreat. But it is okay, because this is the high ground, I believe. wish to deploy you there, actually. Or maybe it gives defenses bonus because they're in the thing, so never mind. Because it gives it, I know it gives one for defending. They could just kill the bear this turn. And it still didn't actually happen, but that's okay. He shouldn't do much damage. Still took 10 points of damage though. Bumped a bear. That's rough. That little guy got eaten by a bear. Daw bears. Oh, she's already influencing. I'm glad I started with them because they're definitely the one I'm gonna get first. But I need to get this one settled ASAP before somebody settles it themselves. Is that in the territory I want?
It says, I'm looking at her city. It says I'm like 40 to her 52. What does that mean?
40 to her 52. Oh, hold on. I'm looking at. I keep looking at the stream, but I have the different window open. So, that means you're weaker than her in the city, and I definitely wouldn't come at it from that direction. I guess you can't. If you go up to that. See, like the one where you're on the hill above it, like right below the die, that like farm area up there.
Here. On
the top of the ledge. I know you can't see me pointing at it. I don't know. Like, go north. North. Like scroll. Like move up.
All right.
Like, do you see the die? Like the purple diagonal. It's got like the luxury resource. Salt. I'm sorry. Salt. Yeah. Right below that to the left. See that little right where you put it, right there. I think if you attack from there into her city, you'll be on top of. No, I guess you can't. It won't let you do it from there. Because that's a really defensible city. Is the problem you have there? If it won't let you attack it from anywhere else, then you're right. That's the best side to go in because at least it gives you 2, and you kind of sort of have. But do you have any? You only have 2 warriors.
Yeah, for right now.
You need an archer. You need an archer to take a city because she's got walls. Like your warriors won't be able to attack anything in the city. I'm just lurking. Just found out that I'm cooking lunch. Oh, because you're short-staffed again. Poor Keith.
Yeah, poor Keith. That's awful.
It's bad. All women, I mean, all people can be religious of my faithful.
You always go that route.
Mm-hmm. I can't bring myself to discriminate. It's doing what now? It's culturally influencing my shit too. Well, that's their territory though. Can I attach this? That would be great. No, I need 80 influence for that. Because this one does not have the papyrus in it. No, it does not have the papyrus in it. I think. Because maybe no, this one has papyrus in it. Still probably attached anyway. Next turn.
Oh yeah.
Because it'll be on my front borders. If it's actually attached into your territories, they can't just ransack your shit without going to war. But territories, they can just randomly ransack. I don't think they do that though. And we're definitely going to be right up in each other's face here shortly. So it's 57 in this one, and we get 7 per turn. And this one we are 2 per turn, but I'll inflate that a little bit more. Spend some gold. Keeping our influence. I feel like the influence is really precious early game. Like super precious. My precious! And then I need to solidify my borders more, because I don't want any more of these city-states popping up behind me. That would also be bad. Because I really wish you could downgrade city-states. Like, I wish if you took over one of these, and you're like, I don't really need another city, but I would like the territory, you could just make it an outpost or absorb it into your city. For cheaper than the city absorption price is now. Like, it's ridiculous how much cities cost to absorb.
I just want you to know how much I hate this lady.
I can tell. So, like, you should just end her by making some more units, and why don't you attack that thing right next to her? That's obviously going to be a win.
Oh, they ran away.
Yeah, but you still get war score for it. And I mean, like, you could just go to war with her and let the stupid AI throw things at you, and you get war score for that, and then you can take it because you have the war score. You could vassalize her if you get enough war score. And you get war score from ransacking things, from battling, from, you know, retreating, I guess.
I would love to be able to get an archer, but I have javelins.
You have what?
Javelins.
See, now this doesn't make no sense. Because it has more influence than me. The Nubians have 7 influence on this territory out of the 16 total influence. Influence of the Nubians in this territory comes from... That makes no sense to me. I would very much like to explain how that works, because... Like... I just don't know how that works. And I can invest in her gold. Thanks for that.
If it wasn't so hilly.
I know, right? I don't know if I like that or not. It's another bear. Another bear. I'll still try to retreat. Oh, there's the lair. That's the problem here. Like, are they going to pick up the curiosity at the same time? Probably not. Also, how does the bear have the same movement points as my scout? Like, what?
Come over here.
Like, for real?
Like, oh my god. Poor bear.
For your family.
He had a good shot. Good shot.
What?
Alright, I have enough influence to put one here. 35 influence. Alright, skip a turn.
We'll stay here.
I'll put this guy back on auto explore. I think he's the only one I have that's like that. I definitely need to get bronze working. But that'll probably shut her out. Well, now she has bronze too, and she's already developed it, so... JK. JK! You have a lot of stuff queued. I don't do that early game.
I have a war to do.
I would be producing units then, and probably food. (16 and 12) or 14 and 14. I think 14 and 14 is the better net, I guess. And every time I put down an inflow, it goes, it'll start to be influenced by this, because I don't have any kind of culture buildings down. Because I keep building other things. And this city is not the most productive, for sure. I feel like the stoneworks has to come next, because it has all this, like I need the production bad. It's mountain, stone field, and rocky field. But I'm not sure how it works for like pops, because like this didn't, I guess it's because I haven't got it worked. Like the tiles that you work must be the ones that are like farmland, like when it's developed. That has to be it. Has to be it. Ow. I just popped like every joint I own. I need to do yoga today, Brandon. But I need to set up some kind of like space to do that in. You know, like I don't really have a yoga enclosure. I need a yoga enclosure. Like a screened in place that I can go outside and do yogas. Yeah, influence a lot of shit. We finally got my religion's not doing horribly, but it ain't doing that great either. Because I still haven't put down the cultural site. Excuse me. I mean, I really should go down here and claim this last territory, I guess. I have regrets, but it's okay. So the real question is, Obelisk the God or Stoneworks? I feel like Stoneworks is going to take 8 turns, but this is how I ended up not getting faith in the first game, because I was like, oh, that's a thing. I don't know who's manually battling us, but they're not going to enjoy this, I don't think. Bears.
Oh, did you find the bears?
Yeah, they're near sanctuaries.
Well, you should help me take this winch out.
No, I meant I found actual bears.
Oh, you're right, I thought it was.
Your mortal nemesis. I don't think that's gonna happen until I get ships. Like, I've explored my whole island. And...
she is awful.
But I mean, it looks like we're in, yeah. Ooh, this is a new one. The Darkest Depths. Miners and prospective miners and their kin from Kerma are afraid. Ancient traditions are strong, and many believe the mythical beasts of old legends are very real. Now rumors are rife that it was no ordinary bear that attacked warriors, but a monstrous creature whose den in the cities nearby. Many are likely to down tools without action. How should we respond to the rumors? We could dismiss it and go the science route, and that gives me 14 industry. The minus 10 stability, I get plus 10 stability for 10 turns, or land industry unit. So again, I'm going to pick this one because I need the production. Like, y'all are stupid. I was at that battle, they were just bears. The Mycenaeans have entered the cultural era and have become the Mayan. Damn it, that means they're 4 stars ahead of me. And now they're fucking, damn it. I hate it when the people that are kicking my ass are literally right next to me. That's not that great. That's not that great. And I feel like I'm gonna leave this layer here actually, because I'm not at war. I might need to get my experience level up a little bit for these guys. So I'll just leave them here. Have I not put down? Oh, I haven't put down an outpost yet here, so they're not even in territory. I might still. If I just send them back here, I can make them rest in my territory, and I think the animals will still just come to them, I think. Farming some experience points. Alright, got an agrarian star.
Farming some experience.
Alright, so this is basically somebody played a game with me and it came up some kind of prophecy that I was going to strule the world. So I can pay money and shut him up. I can overlook it, or I can heed it and it causes -2 science, -5 stability, or nothing, or -80 gold. I'll lose the gold. It's fine. And I'll just leave these guys. Actually, I think I'm going to move them here. Hopefully I can, once I buy out the contract for this, which is ready, but I need 100, so that's soon. So I'll just put them here to heal. This guy's on auto-explore. These guys are many turns away, but still 100. I feel like that's the one main advantage that we as human players do, is we could go over our city cap. I don't think I've ever seen an AI do that. So I think that's something that we as AI players have as a victory. Do I want to put down? No, I need that. Damn it! I put that. Did I put this outpost down already? Is that why it went? I think I might be more important to get that outpost this turn than that anyway. But I'm definitely just gonna leave these guys. Actually, I should have just made them stationed there. All right. Gonna go to the bathroom. Keep the stream entertained, Brandon.
I'll try. How is everyone doing today? Especially Sean, since apparently you're going to win a cultural victory.
Doubtful. Why don't you tell them what you're doing in the game?
I am currently trying to destroy Egypt, apparently, because she has just, you know, she doesn't make me happy anymore.
And how are you going to do that?
How? I am doing everything possible that I can to get rid of her.
That sounds like a retail store manager's answer that doesn't actually know the answer.
I'm like building up my army right now. Actually, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people. I'm creating more as we speak. I have 1 scout. I'm getting ready to make a new territory. I'm taking over this whole entire area. There's more orange than anything else.
You're orange and she's pink. That's so funny, because weren't we orange and pink in the last game?
Yeah.
I wonder if they put those together on purpose.
So right now I'm like spreading out my influence. I have her basically surrounded with my stuff because she's too busy trying to figure out what she's doing with her life. She knows she jacked up.
Yeah, that's no good.
I know. I'm gonna get her.
An independent
I'm gonna surround her capital. That's what I'm about to do.
They may seem small,
so I get rid of her
but
capital
great
and make
things
her
can come
my
from small beginnings.
Whatever.
Okay, so
I get her resources, right?
You get her city. Like you'll get everything she has if you take the city. Like that becomes your economic control. And I just learned something, is that if you actually have the mercenaries hired in your group, then they become yours when you take the city. If you don't have them hired, you only get the 2 that are defending.
Well, I have a kinship with this tribe right here too.
That's good. I mean, like you can annex them for 30. Once you get up to 100 influence, that's just another city for 30 influence. Plus you get all their units, if they have units, and make sure you've bought all their mercenaries before you do that too, because then you get all that shit as well. But I was looking at my stars, and I'm supposed to be getting gold stars and not doing that right of it. But I am still getting agrarian stars, and it looks like I'll get, in 3 more population, I'll get a 3rd star. But I really need...
I'm getting 41 stars per freaking turn. I'm like, I haven't seen that in like this soon. I was like, holy crap.
I know, you're doing better than I am. Doing much better than I am. Actually, I probably should have made him go back to the city and just... Because they have 3 people and they have 5.
So somebody's already in the classical?
Yeah. The black horse. But their fame is twice mine at 835. You're up at 554 already.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to get to that new era and figure out who I want to be next, but it's whatever.
Trying to get to that new. Trying to beat me. I see. They haven't done any infrastructure. I mean, they have districts. I'm not mad at that, I guess. But we're about to lose food unless I do something about that.
She made a new district right beside mine.
That probably causes you a grievance.
For her or for me?
You can get a grievance against her.
I already have like 1 million. Ooh,
I mean, but your war support's falling. You don't have 100% war support. And like, if you go to war with less than 100 war support, it takes longer to win it.
I had 100%.
Right? But those expire. Like, they have a turn limit on them.
I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
Where is...
Carmen Sandiego.
Like, what's this? Right? Like, I demand that Egypt pay for all this?
Uh-huh. And that's a permanent, but you must have had some that expired. I mean, you obviously have enough to go to war, and she's hate-filled and can't do anything about it, so she probably is just continuing to build, continuing to expand, because she knows you're not going to do shit about it. %.
A delight to see you again.
She's still stronger than me. Good God. Maybe that doesn't work out because no other bears came, or maybe I'm just not patient enough. Maybe they're only triggered by my... I've got to build the Pillar of the Gods already, because it's a thing. Must build Copper Mine, and of course I should have built that first, but 10 turns! haven't even discovered how to fish yet. Who do you think was the first person that was like, let me just throw this little piece of worm on a hook into the river? Oh, I caught a fish! Who knew? You'll just have to, like, if you can't reach them, you just have to wait, and they'll come to you. I think if you back them up, like, because the AI is kind of dumb. It's like if you put your, like, if you give them space to come out of the walls, they will. And I probably, if you put your swordsman up in that empty space.
Like this one?
I think, because the archer's range is really awkward. Because the line of sight thing, but see, like, he came out, so now he's undefended. So now you can have your swordsman attack him or defend, or I'd probably attack him because he's going to kill that archer next turn.
How do I...
Oh, the battle will continue next turn. You have to end your turn.
How do I end my turn?
Like normal. Click the button in the bottom right. It's downloading all his data. His computer is much faster than mine. Because mine's turn still says pending. I can watch him. So I mean, like, don't feel rushed.
Need to upgrade.
Who's gonna pay for that? I've been looking at it, and it's like $1,000 to upgrade my computer. I don't really have a bad computer. Like, I have an i7. It's a 2.8 gigahertz processor, and like, if you upgrade, you're running like 3.6 now. So I mean, like, it's not a huge difference. I'm not sure what's going on with my game right now. I just got my agrarian star. And I'm the third person to pick one. I just picked the coastal water because I'm like, there's so much of it. I'm sure I'm gonna have harbors everywhere. So I need another star.
So when can I go inside her thing? Does it have a siege tower?
What do you mean? Yeah, I think you need a siege tower to actually go inside her walls. But you don't usually need to, because if you wait outside of them, they will come. Now I was gonna disband this fellow. I got the notification where I got it down here. It just maybe not actually. So I guess I should put down another outpost, but I can't because I need at least 70 for that.
I had a victory.
You had a victory? Oh, in the war?
Yeah. Oh, it went down again to 60 to 69. How can I win this?
Well, I mean, like, you see herbivore support is dropping lower than yours. If you hover over it, it'll tell you what kind of ticks she has, but because you occupy one of her cities, so she's got a -1, and then hold it over yours, and it'll tell you what you've got.
Oops.
Like the actual bar at the top of the screen that indicates your. There you go. So you have -3 from proximity to state as attacker, and from declaring war. So you have to keep doing battles and keep pushing to keep getting your war support going, because you have a negative per turn modifier. So you can ransack her districts. You can. Well, you're orange now, right? So what's the next? Like, scroll all the way out.
This one and that one. But like, this is her city. Her main city is like the closest thing I'm to.
I mean, if that's the next thing, if that's the next thing you can take, run over and take it.
Oh wait, did I take Memphis? Oh, I did take Memphis.
Yeah, you took Memphis. You got your city state in it now. You don't actually get control of it until you win the war and then get it in the war deal. And you also beat me to the next level.
Let me see. Should I wait until I have like? I think I should wait because I almost have population and I almost have that. That'll give me more stars, right?
Yeah. And fame is the name of the game. But I don't know. I mean, I'm not really sure how much it matters, but you know, everybody plays differently, and that's what I love about this game, is that this allows you to play differently.
I have control over it. How do I raise its
You have to finish the war first.
So that kind of doesn't matter then.
Right, because right now you're just occupying the city. You don't control it.
Do I know what I made last time?
Made what? Like
this thing?
What do you mean what you made? It tells you in the upper right hand corner, like, no construction in progress. The last thing you made is to the right hand side of that. Like, you made a farmer's court, it looks like.
I didn't make this.
Looks like you made a farmer's quarter.
Oh. $180, Jesus. Are they all 180?
For what?
To get to?
180 to get to? Like movement point? That's a lot of movement points. How big is that island?
No, I meant like 180 to combine the cities.
You have already researched military engineering?
I try to be proactive.
No way.
What?
That's imperial power. No, that's relocated power. Military architecture. That's in the medieval era. That's a whole era ahead of us. There's no way you've researched that. To be able to combine cities, or to attach a territory to a city.
Oh wait, these are my levies. What's a levy exactly? Oh, is she ransacking my city?
Yeah, she's attacking your city. Is La Valenta yours? Yeah, and like your levies are just like the units that live in your city. It's like your population. The higher the population, the more people in it that are going to fight back.
Oh my god, she's got a lot going on here. Maybe I should have retreated.
You can't. It's a city. You're just going to lose the city if you don't fight well, I guess. But I think, are they all horse archers?
I don't know. She's got a rider and some archers.
So I would go out of your way to kill the archers first. And then, like, stay defensive in your territories. Because the archers are the only ones that can hit you without attacking you back. So, like, at least you could take a few units with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're probably not going to win this battle, but you're going to want to try to see if you can take those units with you. Like, and if you move the one that's in the fence out on that side to try to kill the archer.
Like that?
And then you can move the hurt one back into the spot with the fence. And that'll give it a defensive bonus. Did you attack the archer?
It wouldn't let me every time I clicked it.
Maybe you didn't have enough movement points. Ooh, but that's a scout versus a warrior. I think you still win. 41 versus 25. He must have got the charge bonus.
Oh my god.
I would attack with the healthy one. There you go.
Oh, that's what I was doing wrong.
See, so now at least it's 3v3. Yeah, put him back in the pen for sure.
Should this one attack or no?
I would defend, because it gets a bonus.
So end?
Yeah. It'll automatically put him in defensive round. See, like, they took more damage than you. They took 22 to your 13. You might actually come close to winning it. I would just
defend.
Can you move? No, you can't swap territories in this one.
Nah.
Can you, if you hover over the one that's going to die this round, the one at the end, and then kind of hover to see if you can attack the war? No. See, you're on the wrong one. The other end, the weak one. See if you can take somebody with you this round. Not the Scout Riders, not the Warriors. Well, you could almost take that one. I would just defend then, since you can't kill one of them and you're going to die no matter what you do. At least they'll take more damage if you defend.
Okay.
My stability's not that great. And I cannot afford to buy any of her resources.
You have my attention.
I can buy price porcelain. But I really thought I had already done that, quite frankly. I don't have the money for that. Will that help my stability at all? Yes, indeed. Indubitably.
So since I'm friendly with these people, how would I buy merchants from them or something?
They buy resources and trade.
Okay, well, this is just tea.
So you can buy the tea.
I mean, I already have tea.
But you get bonus per tea. Whatever the tea bonus is, you can get more per. It's 2% food per. That's a pretty huge one. Trade is so broken in this game. You must buy trade things. Must buy trade things. I really need influence in my life, is the problem. Influence has been my problem in this game since the start. Because, like, I just got the Papyrus, because that gave me the 5%, the 3 city on main plaza,
I just got my 2 stars I wanted.
Nice! Your fame's up there. Yeah, look at you, you're first place right now. Moving on up to the east side. Gonna get me some stars in the sky. We're moving on up. Well, I used to love that show, The Jeffersons.
Well, I guess we're gonna do this. Probably the Goths, I guess.
Combat strength bonus, ransacking, because you got influence and faith. Why'd you want the Goths? Because you need influence and...
Influence and,
I mean, that's not, the Goths are not bad, because that 2 influence on a garrison
and
is nice, too.
plus 10 combat strength when ransacking on units. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, but you haven't done any ransacking.
I've been doing ransacking. Or which one do you think's good?
See, that's 2 combat strength on a cavalry unit. That's just a flat up 2 combat strength on all your cavalry units. But I love them because they have the elephants, and that gives you influence, faith, and science.
I'm gonna take them then.
I've never actually played as them because I never. There's always something better in that era. But I think I'm kind of late to the party at this point. I think. I probably should have put yours up there on the stream.
Wow. They just like canceled each other out.
There we go. I put that up so the stream can see it too.
I don't see her.
Don't see her? Who her? Be more specific.
Oh, what's her name?
Color.
Egyptian lady.
They changed it, so say color. She's pink.
Oh, she's the oh, what the hell? Iron new area. Era.
That looks like it's gonna be real close.
It's about to be real close to her face.
Have you researched organized warfare?
I have not yet. I was playing on a different, I was playing something different,
Well, once you get organized warfare, you can do reinforcements and all those units that you have in between turns. You can rush other units over to join that battle. So like if you knew that she was attacking your city and you got them to defend, I would stay defensive on that one. Because he's only getting a bonus because he's cavalry. And you won, technically, because they ran away because they knew they couldn't beat you because you stayed defensive. So you technically won. Can you buy out some walls or a unit or something in that city? Because she's got more shit coming after you. Like, can you you obviously know which one she's attacking. Can you buy out the walls or palisades?
You mean this? Oh, wait, what?
Like, scroll down. Palisades is 596. You could purchase that out. So in 2 turns, you can just buy out the palisades in that city.
The palisades? Which one?
So it's like a wall. It's like a fortification unit.
Yeah, that?
Nope, the one next to it.
Oh, this?
Palisades.
Oh, cool. That's what that is. No problem.
And then once you build that, and it gives you the next upgrade to give you stone walls. So she won't even, like, it gives you a higher defensive bonus. So like even if you don't, because that was a really good victory for you, because those levies, you lost 3 population out of that city. Actually, I didn't notice that. That's nuts. I mean, it makes sense. The levies are the population of the city, and you murdered them, so you lost.
Wait, I could take Memphis? Is Memphis mine now?
Once the war's over.
I thought it was just, okay, cool, we're gonna probably do that.
But you can't. You have to get, because she might want it back, so she's gonna try to win back with war score. The way wars work in this game is the first person to 0 war score loses. Like your population rises up and says no more, and it kicks you out of the war.
Ooh.
It's a forced surrender once the war support is dropping. But hers is dropping faster than yours, looks like, because she lost that battle technically. But I mean, like, you got units, put them in that city. She's coming for that city.
I have units coming.
And like the AI is kind of dumb in that way, where they just kind of throw themselves at you like that. So like, if you build up a defensive city and they just keep throwing units at it, you get war score for that.
It's like, why is everything surrounded?
Because you are at war. She is coming for you. In case you're just joining us, Brandon's stream's on the right and mine's on the left. I would put Brandon's webcam into this, but apparently the bandwidth I have does not do well with streaming his Discord, streaming my game, and then restreaming his Discord into my game. So,
complicated.
Like, it's not that my computer is not, you know, doing well. It's just got a lot of shit going on.
Why was this even a question? Let's keep it simple.
Wow.
We've been here. It's our place.
Let's keep it simple. We've been here. It's our place. Damn it. Like, her sphere of influence is getting a little bit out of control. So I enacted the Civic that gave me 5+ culture per territory, so I can fight back a little bit. And I'm gonna go ahead and attach this city to Kerma. Oh, I can't because I need 80. Good call. But I can't attach. I feel like I want to attach this one instead. But this one's smarter. Because I haven't even settled this one yet, and I don't know where it's gonna go, so. New Civic, we just saw that on the map. It's gonna pop up again and be like, hey, you didn't click this button to notice that Civic. Like, I saw it already. Thanks. Hurt ya. Mean it. I never put down a. Damn it. I need to put down an outpost in this city too, but I keep forgetting to do it and then spending my. Thanks. Influence, other words. I really feel like the next civilization I'm picking is going to be an influencer because. Yikes. Yikes. But good news is I get 2 stars next turn. Hopefully I'll catch up with Sir Brandon on the next turn. Because I believe...
Oh my god, I still can't buy that. I'm so close.
It's my 2nd merchant star and my 1st one there, so I made 290 and 140 for that. That beat me, let me beat Brandon.
I mean, aren't you the flower? Aren't you beating me now?
Like I just now am, yeah. Just now. And just by a minuscule amount. So... I wanted an influencer, and there are none, because I'm late to the party. I've never played as the Greeks before. +2 science per researchers on city or outpost is definitely something that will keep me in the game. Plus influence per era. I mean, so that's gonna be nice.
I was not expecting that.
What happened? She's attacking your city? Or attacking you?
Attacking me.
Stay on the high ground! What are you doing?
I messed up, I messed up.
Like, you stay in your corral.
I thought I was doing it differently.
You stay in your corral, Missy. I mean, I guess as an archer, that's fair. That's fair. You might have had, but can you move behind the archer and get on the same level ground with that other?
You mean these people?
What the hell? Why did they do that?
I couldn't tell you.
Alright, I'm gonna stop watching. Alright, I'm gonna take the Greeks. Can found outpost. Oh look, he was probably on his way to do that. I'm real mad about that, so shut up. Real mad. This one's...
She's real salty.
Why is she salty? Did you beat her?
Because I beat her.
Nice.
And then now she has like the wars.
Her war score's going down. You got her. Got her on the ropes. I mean, you don't remember, like, you don't kill your units. They're people.
I'm not killing them. Did I accidentally kill?
No, I just like you've got half dead units.
Well, I'm not trying to kill them. They just got attacked. I was like, ah.
Well, you can make them heal.
Well, I can't until next turn.
So, in case you're just joining us, I'm Fire of Life 2018, and Brandon's Asher Maid. He's auto-hosted on my channel now, so if you ever stream, all of my followers will see you too. Did I tell you that?
No. Oh yeah, how did I do? Did I do that, or did you do that?
I did that. I set up my channel to auto-host you. So if you're streaming and I'm not, my channel will host you. So all of my followers will see you in their little list. I don't know if it sends them a notification. I don't think I have it set up like that, because I try not to bother people with the notifications. I know how it is. Like, I have to go through before I go to sleep and mute conversations I have going on, because they will text me at whatever time and wake me up. So that's half the time why I feel like my phone is, like, my notifications are off on my phone, is because I have so many people blowing me up all the time. Which is nice to feel popular, I'll say that, but a lot of times it's those apps too. How many apps blow up with some?
Oh shit, she keeps doing that. I don't know what I do wrong.
What? I wasn't paying attention.
I'm gonna lose this one probably.
2v3? Looks like you're... Oh no, you're orange. Yeah, you're probably gonna lose this
one. Yeah, I'm orange.
But you're not in the city, right? This is outside of the city?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Try to take out as many units as you can.
Should I, like...
Fire back. Like, I don't know if you can move at this point, but I concentrated on warrior for sure. Because archers you always want to attack with, because they take a defensive hit, so, like, they're not good defenders. So they're gonna die this turn for sure. Oh, he's got a third unit? Oh, yeah, fuck.
Yeah, that's why I was like, oh, I'm gonna lose this.
And got you in better position. I didn't see your deployment either. You always want to try to deploy your archers from the highest point.
Yeah, I thought I did, and then I don't know. I'm still.
Well, I mean, sometimes sometimes the AIs catch you if you put your unit, like, you stop your units in bad, like, indefensible spots on the map. Like, if you're at war and in enemy territory, you really have to be careful about where you put your units, because the AI will take advantage of you. Like, if they catch you in a ravine or something, you're fucked. I had a unit where I was technologically like 3 units ahead of them. Like, I had line infantry and they were shooting me with archers, but they had the high ground on both sides. They wrecked me. Wrecked.
I still have 3 right there, but, like, she's just trying to take out my peeps.
Right, I'm telling you, start playing on Humankind mode. Like the one that's like, this will forever be a challenge. Like the one they don't expect you to win. That one's, whoa. We're in the second era. I'm an era behind already, and like almost like 2,000 fame behind. Whoa. I don't know how I'm coming back from that, but maybe we'll see. I would say tune in for that tonight, but we got D&D tonight, so tune in for that tonight. 9 o'clock to watch. EST. 8:30 to participate. In case any of the people who are following are watching that are going to be in it. Be there at 8:30 so I can set up
urban centers grow,
stream.
Both ideas and sewage are generated at a record pace. Arts and sciences flourish as military tactics and mathematical equations become as coveted as physical goods. Empires struggle to control these intangibles, however, as some might trouble their stability.
Because I personally think
new ideas lead to new strategies.
Voice acting is the best in this game.
And I'm sure the Greeks will spend time arguing.
Alright, so how should I do this? I knew she was gonna attack me. She's probably, so I should put them on the high ground?
Like, can you, well, the archers, Yeah, right. That's probably okay. The archers are on the high ground there, and you've got a sword unit to defend in the front. And that other archer, your veteran one, you can probably move over into that corral on the first turn and then shoot something below you. No. So leave it up on the high. No, put it back there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now end your deployment.
I had a feeling they were going to do that.
That's the archer ground. That's okay. Because archer v archer, yours will probably win with the defensive bow.
Oh wow, I didn't know you could do that.
That was quite a distance.
And then he's gonna go here.
Sometimes being on the defensive is not good. Like, sometimes you have to be the aggressor to win. Because you get to go first when you attack first, and that matters. Especially, I would go after the archers, can you? Yes, go after the archers for sure. Look, they take way more damage than your warriors do. And that way, at least, next turn, you'll be able to kill the archers, at least. And cavalry units get a bonus when they attack something that's not on an adjacent hex. So he's not going to get that attack bonus next turn. So use your archers to attack their archers. And now send your warriors. Can you... If you just move them over one... Oh, you still won. You still won. I was just going to say, before you click on them to attack them, if you hover over it, it'll tell you what the max and negative damage is. So, like, you can decide whether you want to defend or actually attack. Because if you defend, you get an attack strength bonus modifier.
These bushes keep coming at me.
What kind of unit is that? Before you make that decision, click on the unit. Like, click on their unit.
It's a warrior.
It's a warrior. And you have a warrior and archers, right?
Well, it's not archer, it's a javelin thrower.
It's same thing. It's a ranged unit. I think if you attack that one, you probably still win. Because I bet she runs away, actually.
Should I, like, chill here, then?
No, like you should go attack them, because they're going to attack you from the high ground otherwise.
I should put my archers where?
I think they're good right where they are, because that's...
They're on the low ground. Should I not move them right here?
No, because then you won't be able to see, you'll be out of line of sight. Like, this way, it's only one unit, right, and they're warriors, so they're probably going to attack that warrior right there in front of you, and then you'll be able to...
I don't know.
They might run down and try to get your archers. You're right. I'm not sure what you could do to defend that. Like, there's not really.
Should I move behind them?
But they'll still be able to hit you. Like, you might want to. I think that might put you out of line of sight, though.
I guess let's see.
Because you attack them, you get to go first. So you can move up. I would move him up one, and not attack yet. And then move your archers up one. No. I meant like that? I meant like forward one. Because now you're out of line of sight because you're behind the swordsman. You have to stay on the low ground.
Oh, okay. So I fucked up.
A little. I mean, if you... I wish you wouldn't press buttons before... I was going to say, you could have attacked the swordsperson up ground before that. Like, you had the option to go back and attack him later.
So should I put it back down?
I mean, you can't attack otherwise.
So should I leave it then?
No, I mean, like, you should move it down and try to attack with it. But I don't think you still can. See, like, if you move... Now, can you move it forward one more? Like, into that 2 fruit tile? You cannot move around this round. So because you went down a hill, so you used both your movement points. See that he's gonna lose. You're gonna lose that guy. You could back it up. 1. Oh no, maybe just leave it defensive then. Because that's not. See, now you don't get the defensive bonus, but it's gonna attack your archers. Oh, now you're gonna lose both of them. F. Oh well, it's just 2 units. Just 2 people's lives. To imaginary people's lives. They're not real people, Brandon. Don't be sad. Do you have mercenaries you can rent from nearby city-states, perhaps?
Ooh,
you have lots of gold.
How do I rent again?
If you click on them, click on the actual unit. Upper right-hand corner, the little gold symbol. It's 106. That's a pretty good deal. I'd rent those.
I guess I can't rent anymore.
Because it probably, I think, like per city state, they have to have defending units, so it's any like the extra mercenaries. And you have them for 30 turns. So I mean, most time if I see mercenaries wandering through my territory and I have the gold, I purchase them.
What is this?
Growing of Faith. This is a good one. Like unlocks the procession where you spend money to increase the stability. That's really good, but 340 influence is a bit out of my scope right now. I have been spending a lot of influence, and I need to save up because I would like to get this, which is going to cost me 250.
What? Okay, what happens if I assimilate this person with me?
They become yours. It's your city, and you get all their units. Which, I mean, you can then liberate them later. So, and it's only 10 influence per turn to have an extra city. But you're gonna get probably one of her cities, right? Like you want to keep Memphis.
Something.
So I mean, do you have the? You could unlock that civic that would give you the +1 city cap.
Which one's this?
That's the one that would reduce your assimilation costs, but you spend 272 influence doing that.
So if I did this, the mercenary armies, what is it? Or
it would make it cheaper to enact your army. See, I'm not sure I would spend the influence you have on either of those. Like just because it pops up doesn't mean you have to enact it.
Oh, okay.
And like for your situation, like 272 influence is a lot of influence to spend unlocking. Like you're probably not even going to influence more than one city-state, so I don't think you would make back your influence for that. That's an early game adapter. Like I got that for 20 influence, and that was well worth it because that'll save me half of that'll save me almost 250 per assimilation. And I plan to do that twice, so that was well worth it for me. But you don't seem like you have any that are even near you that you want. Because there's nothing wrong with just being on good terms with a city-state, because you get all their resources and stuff, just like a independent people. Or just like they're just like friends that run their own city. Like, you're cool, bruh. I'm cool. Let's be cool together.
Can we not put them together? Okay, it's because they're rented. That's why.
Right. Yeah, you can't. But you have you researched organized warfare yet?
No, I haven't.
You should really get on that. There it
I
is.
only have standing army. I don't have organized.
No, yeah, you do. Scroll up. There it is.
Oh, I didn't see it.
Yeah, that one. That one gives you the ability to use reinforcements. So you can have multiple armies in the same battlefield. And that's really how you get the AI. Because the AI doesn't see your units, apparently. So, like, if you have somebody that's, like, 2 tiles behind one unit, you get them to engage. You lose that one unit, but you can wipe out their whole army with your other one. So it's a good way to lure them into battles that they might not necessarily win. Because you have a surprise reinforcement!
An enormous leap forward, from mundane tallies of crops to recording the wisdom of sages.
I don't even know what's going on here. What is this? So,
Whoops.
So which one are they attacking? Am I being... This one's attacking this one?
It's battle at La Venta. Defend your flag. So you're the orange guy. You have to defend those... that little area there. So I'm not sure. I think you're outside of the city, right? Oh yeah, but that's a good deployment. I would do that. Actually, I might switch the archer versus... I would switch those, I think. And then enter deployment. Is that all they have?
Yeah, the other one's down below it.
This one seems like an easy win for you.
Yeah.
So we're good on stability.
See, and this is where she did this. Oh wait a minute, should I? It says my side's weaker overall, so should I not do it then?
Well, see at the upper top, if you scroll the arrow over, the upper right hand, my battle management, right below it there's like a 2 of 2. Go back. So they have 3 warriors and one's at half health. What do you have? Well, that's your 3 warriors. Oh wait, no, you have the...
What, is it these guys?
That's who you have, it looks like.
Is this guy's not even included?
Because you don't have the tech to include him.
No.
That's why he's not included. But you're still okay, I think, because once you put him in defensive, although that says that's not your...
Oh.
So your deployment's in front of that, but you can move him back. And you're defending your flag.
Where should I put my arrows at? Keep them here? Or here?
This is a weird battle. I'd put him... I mean, you're going to get attacked either. Oh, but you can put him on the other side of the river. So, like, if you put him behind your... Actually, yeah, that's probably pretty good right there, right?
Right where it is?
No... yeah, actually, that's okay, because they're in the woods, so I get a bonus for that, too. And your pikemen are better than warriors by, like, a tech level, so that should be good for you, too. I would leave your pikemen there and just make them defend the whole time, and then just try to pick them off with the archers. Because I mean, they're doing a lot of damage here. But he's holding his own for 3v1.
Should I get rid of one of these guys?
Oh, definitely kill the one in the river. Because that takes out one less attack next time for your pikemen to try to survive. Which is probably...
So I'm not gonna attack, I'm just gonna let them attack me.
Correct. Because you get a bonus for defensive. But I don't know if that's gonna help you.
Jesus. So should I attack the weaker one then?
Yeah, probably, because then next turn you can attack it again. But I think you only have 3 turns to kill them. But you probably are going to not last 3 turns anyway. It was a defeat. But you didn't die? They must have gave up. Because I guess that's weird, they took it in 1 turn? Interesting. Sometimes I don't get the battle system either. Like, that was a little weird. Because usually you have 3 turns. And before y'all yell at me for not researching organized warfare until just now, even telling Brandon to do it for several turns, I'm not at war. That's a whole different ballgame, and he's really ahead of me.
Should I leave this alone and not attack it, or?
What? Can you combine those 2 armies, or any of those make bigger armies?
No, I only got...
What about... Oh, they're both rented, and then you have the one involved?
Yeah.
God, I wish you had if you had organized warfare, you could wreck. What about that single one by itself?
That's my guy. He's this guy. He's the scout.
Wait, no, you're so you have a scout. Scroll to the right. And what's that one to there? Oh, that's the one that was just in the battle.
Yeah, that was just.
It's an archer.
Yeah.
But that's also a rented unit.
These two are rented.
I would cluster them all together behind that city and kind of rest and defend. And then you need to see what you can do about finishing up the science as quick as you can. Can you... How many cities do you got now?
I only got 2.
Change it to the balance policy, to the... Drag it down. See where it says balance policy, the drop down to... Technology subsidies.
Okay.
Do the same thing in your other city.
Oh, wait a minute. These are mercenaries that I bought too.
Yeah, they're all mercenaries. That's why you need to get this tech out now, so make sure you change that in the other city too. Before you end your turn.
Have a population loss.
It's one of your outposts.
I think it was. Yeah, I think it was one of my outposts, which I can attach now.
Make sure you look at your stability before you do that.
I'm at 91%.
That's going to drop at 20. Keep in mind.
Really? It's either that or I could evolve it to a city, which I can't do because I don't have a lot of money. I think I should just...
I mean, you don't want to evolve it into a city because you're going to get Memphis in this war, hopefully.
Oh, cool. I can then get my small council, which will make a city cap go up. I think I'm going to do that.
You can? Probably, if that's what you want to do. Because then you can annex that city-state. And get Memphis. But I would annex a city-state right now, because I bet then they would all become... Did you rent all those mercenaries from that same city-state?
Yeah, it's rented from this one.
Then once you annex it, all those mercenaries will become your units. And then you can merge them all together. And maybe win a battle or two. That would be huge for you as well. Don't. Can you put it behind the city?
I've just moved it over and did protect or something.
Yeah. I'm watching your stream. I have it up.
Oh wow, they're attacking me. My lone an archer versus the warrior.
And this would be a whole different battle in 2 turns.
So should I retreat?
I mean, archer v warrior, and they're pink, right? So your archer is full health and the warrior is not, but they're attacking you first. Yeah, I mean, you could try to retreat. I don't know if it would do anything, but I think you might end up losing the archer if you didn't. Because now that that horseman's, they're almost ready. It's like if you, but if they keep winning battles, that's how they're going to get war support, and they just got war support from that battle win. But they lose 4 turns, so you probably have it 2 turns. You just got to survive 2 more turns. Can you annex? Can you annex that city-state?
This one?
No, the one at the top with all those mercenaries that belong to you.
What do you mean annex it?
Like the 75 down at the bottom.
Yeah, I can get it. I can assimilate it if I... Can we do that?
Yes!
You have added an independent people to your empire.
And now all those armies that you have down there can be combined.
Oh, cool.
Because you bought them and they all became yours. Well, you can go up to 4 till you increase that. I think that's super broken too, quite frankly. All you need is a little bit of patience.
I don't even know what to do. I have so many freaking stuff now. I'm like, so much.
Well, like, you need to focus on your stars. You have goals. I mean, you almost got the military stars. You need to kill a few more units to get that star. And now that you have that 4-tier unit, you should start wrecking people. See? Now you're getting war support and stuff. Track them down. Murder them all. That 4-stack unit with the 2 chariots, a warrior, and an archer, you're armed and dangerous now. That's a big one. And in 2 more turns, you'll be able to combine. You'll be able to throw 7 units at them. And I don't think they've researched reinforcements yet either, because they would have had more than 1 warrior in that battle with the archers.
Well, they only have like what, 1 turn?
Yeah. Maybe 2. I'm not sure how that works, but it'll pop up a thing that's like, it'll make you select deals based on what you have. Oh. Alright, can claim wonder. Ew, I've missed a lot of these. There's a lot of wonders gone already. How many wonders do you have?
I've been too focused. I don't even know where to search a wonder at.
Have you not? It didn't pop up. Yeah, you have an unclaimed one. Gotta claim this one before you do.
Oh,
it's mine.
We're gonna get that one.
It's mine. I feel like the Hanging Gardens is a good one. This looks like some. I wonder if it's. Oh, it's locked because I can't get at that thing. The lighthouse might be good for this one, for this game, because we're islands. But Statue of Colossus might be good for you because you love to. You're not really the attacker type. That would prevent you from losing population while being sieged. Basically, it makes it impossible to take your cities in late game. Although, I've never actually played a game where we were in warfare in late game.
Where the fuck is this guy at?
You can upgrade your archer too. You can click on the magnifying glass in the upper right hand corner to take you to the unit.
My javelins were more powerful than the archers.
Mm-hmm. Your emblematic unit is always more powerful than its counterpart. Otherwise, there'd be no point in picking an emblematic unit. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, just as I'm at war with the Egyptians, they only have 1 war support.
So go to war resolution.
Okay.
Can't do anything yet. You gotta wait for it. Their people to get sick of it. It'll let you know. But I mean, like, you have an ongoing war support increase, I think, at this point, and they have a decrease because you have cities and battles. But you need to kill a few more units before that so you can get the star. How many more units you gotta kill? Of course, they now have a 5-stack.
I need to kill
2 more units.
Which I can do if I could get over there, but like it's gonna take me a minute.
Because stars equal fame, and fame equals win. Like, how do you do win? I feel like I just made some kind of gang sign. That's going to be the Fire of Life gang sign. Win. Our gang will be like the ones out there cleaning up your trash and telling you to recycle. Telling you don't need that.
Oh, is that what your gang will do?
Yeah. They'll stand outside of Walmart and just look at you like, did you really need to buy 6 bags of Cheetos?
Yes, I did.
Oh, it's a glandular problem? I see. Don't forget, I'm from the South. We're queen of the backhanded compliments. That dress doesn't make you look as fat as the other one.
I don't see this unit. Is that okay? Like, what's going on here?
Click the magnifying glass. Oh, it must be a glitch. Move it, see what happens.
I just did, actually.
Oh. Yay! Organized warfare. Now I'll invent the wheel. Like, what?
This bitch moved. Oh, there they are. They just popped up.
Okay. I figured. Remember, new game. New game.
She's like leaving. She like left.
So that got you some more war score. But that's okay. You need to keep trying because you're gonna win anyway. But I mean, and once that happens, you can go fight some barbarians or city-states or something. I think at some point they just randomly spawn units too that you have to go kill if you've settled all the territories. Aquarian star.
All right, what should I make her? What should I make her do?
Well, you want Memphis, right?
Yeah, sure, why not?
So check on that for sure.
Wait a minute, how many of these freaking things do they have? Become the.
You don't have enough war score for that.
Damn it.
Because it has to be you have to have 200 war score. You have used 229. You have 60. So I think you can make. I mean, you might not even be able to make her give Memphis. Click on it to see. Check the checkbox.
I mean, wait a minute.
Yeah, you can do that.
If I did that.
Oh no! See, it won't let you force. It won't let you force surrender. The button's grayed out. And those are like if you click that other checkbox below it, cerebral, to make sure that's the territory next to the city, because like this is not the city's like the territory the whole city includes. Each one of those checks represents an actual territory on the map.
Oh.
So
and they're giving that to me.
Right. So like I would probably stay there, and then she's also going to give you 430 gold as reparation. Whoa, you're just like, I'm gonna check all the things.
So I can only do like that?
Right. That would get that one territory, whatever Altara is.
And what does that mean?
They're territories.
No, I meant like the 10 gold is the one.
That's reparations, because that's you have one extra war score point. I remember what I said, because the more war score you accrue, the more shit you can get when the war score is done. So like if you start with war score of 100 already, you get more shit because you gain and lose war score throughout.
Let's do this again, I guess.
You got a long way to go before you can get to war. You have to be to 80 before you can declare war. Well, I mean, I guess you can always declare war, but you get a negative if you declare as a surprise war.
So I got Memphis.
That's pretty good. And now you have 4 cities, but it only costs you 10 extra influence, so I think that's well worth it. And did you already enact that civ that gave you the +1 city cap? Yeah, you did that already, I think. But there's a technology that gives you a +1 city too. There's several technologies that give you +1 cities.
I forgot what I got from her now. I'm like, what did I
got a big chunk of her life. You got those 2 territories. Memphis and Calabria, and apparently Atara too, so you got all 3 of those, and you could attach Atara to Memphis. Look, that's gonna be a nice city. Look at all those dies. And porcelain. If you see in the upper right hand corner where your resources are, if you hover over that, it'll tell you how much benefit you're getting from each of those resources.
Oh.
To the left of that.
That's crazy. I feel like you now. I know how you feel.
Right. To win a game, I'm glad you're having fun.
So this is how Sean feels. Interesting.
I feel like, what's his name? Winning, Tiger Blood, Charlie Sheen. Everybody remember Charlie Sheen? When he was on heroin and did that interview with, I want to say it was Barbara Walters. And she was asking him, like, serious questions, and he's all like, "Because I'm full of tiger blood! Ah! I'll always be winning! Winning! Winning!" He was definitely on hard drugs on Barbara Walters' national television. Charlie Sheen.
You know what? I'm just gonna have some people stationed around because, fuck this bitch.
Yeah, I usually like to keep a full stack of army in every one of my cities. That's what I do. As my army size progresses, as my city size progresses, I like to keep a stack of army in every city. So if you were to try to come attack me, my cities are defended. Let the world know I am defended. Also,
why is she still fighting me?
Because she needs the military scores too? I don't know. Can you win that one? I feel like you can. Is it an uphill? I feel like you can win that one. Alright, but they're attacking you.
They won't let me choose manual.
Yeah, well, I'm watching you. They won't let you choose retreat.
I keep clicking manual, but it won't let me do anything.
Oh, I don't know. Just click X, top, and then you go click the next turn button. You have to go to crises, maybe.
What is it?
Maybe check crises. Like that.
Crises.
Like maybe you have to clear the crisis first. She's maybe declared war or something. Like, so go to the diplomacy screen with her, and then click on the crisis tab. Click on the give Altara, and then refuse demands. And acknowledge it, and then try. What will let you do instant resolution?
I'm gonna do anything.
And if you click the turn button at the bottom, it's just glitched.
Crazy.
It's just glitched, I guess. I should probably mark this down in my stream calendar so I can take a clip of it.
Weird.
Hold on. What time did this start? 12:42.
I don't know.
We are currently 2 hours and 38 minutes into the stream. Remember that, 2 hours and 38 minutes into the stream. I gotta pull up a Google Notes.
2 hours and 38 minutes into the stream.
I mean, it could be something to do with the synchronization situation, maybe. Because mine says desynced. Let's see if I click resync.
Does it save automatically?
This is just resyncing. I think this was just reloading the game. So I don't know where we're going to load from. Hopefully, maybe it'll be right before she attacks you and you can move your shit back or prepare better.
Maybe, because, like, that was really weird how it, like, glitched.
That was weird. But I have it on camera, so... I will report.
They'll probably like that.
Well, I hope they reach out to me anyway, because I would like to get involved. I think the studio is pretty awesome. I like most of the games they do. You know, Endless Legend is the same people that make this game make Endless Legend too. I did not know. Do you think my monster's cold enough to drink? It's been in the refrigerator for like 2 hours.
Oh, wait a minute. I need to withdraw my war, right? It said I declared war, and I'm like, I haven't declared war.
I think it's probably something about your war support. That's a known bug, I think, because the war support, like, once it falls below a certain level, it re-triggers, like, they're gonna win a war or something of that sort.
Because they won't let me move them, look.
Well, you can't do that because that's in their territory, right?
No, I'm trying to get out of their territory.
Oh, so you have to be able to click on your territory somewhere. Like, it might be far away, but you have to click on your territory somewhere.
Oh shit, I see what you mean.
Because it can only retreat, so you have to have a destination that is in your territory.
I didn't know she expanded so big. Jesus.
That's what she said. And in war, it's good that your opponents are expanding, because that means it'll soon be yours. It's the only way to make up for all the tech and military stuff you had to spend on military. Like, she made you go to war. You have to take her stuff back. It's just how it works. I understand now why China is the way China is.
I'm just retreating.
Yay?
Yay, indeed.
Damn it. I wish I could undo, because I forgot I was trying to save influence to buy this thing. Oh, if he beats me to that, I'll be real mad. Be real mad. Must remember. Oh no! And I knew that was gonna happen, and then it did. Damn it!
What happened?
The city-state became, the city-state right behind me. I'm not sure I'm that mad about it, but it means I'm gonna have a lot of cities again. Because I think I have another one coming, but it's okay. But I didn't really expect that. Especially now that it looks like they're coming after me, but they're being indifferent. That's okay. They too will soon be mine. But that really makes me want to come out here and settle this territory. But I'll just move my shit out here so I can have vision on the territory, so another free peoples won't just spawn up. And I think he's on auto explore mode. I'm not sure what's happening there. So let's move this guy over here. Research the new city thing. Since we were just talking about that, might as well do it while we're talking about it.
You're gonna have to wait till I can attach it somehow, some way.
I'm just saving up 200 and some influence for that. I wish they had a mercenary troop out somewhere that I could see. Is it over here? It is indeed. I will claim this.
I am now third, you're second.
Stupid. I'm sure black's first, right?
Yes.
And the bears have come to attack. That's wonderful.
Like real bears or my enemy?
Real bears.
You need to clarify, sir.
I wouldn't call them the bears. I would call them pink.
Like.
Uh-oh. They're mutinous. But luckily, what I had them building was already a stability item anyway.
She's probably gonna go to war with me because her war support is higher than mine at the moment.
Yeah, but she has to have at least 82 to go to war, legally anyway. I mean, if that's the case, you start worrying about whether somebody's going to go to war with you when they start getting it like 7-dist.
I mean, like, I'm trying to like strategically have my people around. Oh, thank God, there. Wow, she is like after me.
So Sharon's not coming to D&D tonight either.
Did she say why? Is she okay?
She said she's having a rough day. Ooh, I got back an email.
From the Humankind people?
Ah, yes. Amplitude Studios is who I was supposed to get in touch with.
Interesting.
There's a press request even. Oh look, that's a thing. Okay, yay. I will. Can I save this as drafts?
I think... You think I should build more military might?
Probably not. I mean, you can't go to war for a long time. You probably have a bunch of units because we're already doing that now. I think you should probably organize your units and get them in better defensive positions, and then like focus on building your infrastructure and such. Whatever, focus on stars.
You got it.
Get the stars, get the fame, because you know, if you want to take her shit, take her shit. But you gotta start building war support and attacking shit, and you can get military stars for doing that. Don't do
like, do you like ramsacking? Sorry, ramsack Formosa?
She has territories. Is that a? I don't think it is. Zoom out. I don't know if it's a territory or a, like in her city. If it's part of her city, you can't do it unless you declare war. But oh, it's a territory. There you go. That's the one we were looking for. It's stripey. Stripey indicates territory. Solid indicates part of the city.
And they're right behind me.
They're right behind you.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's up to you. Do what you want to do. Ooh, that's not good. That's one of my cities. No bueno. See, and this one's... Much as I hate to get rid of the signs, I'm probably better off to keep it that way. And I can change that to city growth, and that's pretty much what that does, because it prioritizes the farm, production, money, this. So, yeah. I definitely need a public fountain in this city as well. Because stability is an issue over here, so hopefully I can get this obelisk of the gods done. Maybe I should have moved. I can't really, because then I'd lose food. And I think the next person I get, I'll put in industry, because I think they take up 11 food per. I'm getting hungry. We're getting 6 minutes till the end of stream.
No problem. I feel better with this one than I did before.
Right? Because you're doing really well. That's one of the things I like about this, is I feel like it keeps you competitive, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. So what are you doing the weekend of the 24th?
I have no idea why.
That's my birthday weekend.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, that's right. Like you knew. Shut up.
you told me before, I just didn't remember that.
Thinking about doing 24-hour live stream
and discussion
of,
are not the pastimes of the idle, but the actions
Final
of
Fantasy.
thinkers and movers who will touch every aspect of civilization.
Really?
So now I can afford to add this city to my life. I don't know what's going on with this one. Sometimes I feel like this game is being a little extra glitchy today. Because I have problems getting it to scroll with the arrows unless I have to deselect everything first.
She's like after me. I'm getting ready to settle this area with some peeps, so I hope she's okay with that shit.
With some peeps, you say?
Well, not peeps, but I have a lot of peeps actually.
Like, peeps? The marshmallowy candies?
She's right behind you.
Dun dun. Those are times you have to be especially wary.
I just need 2 more attacks to kill her. Oh. I swear to God.
Look at the way the AIs build cities. It built a farmer's quarter, then a maker's quarter, then a market quarter, into a commons quarter, into a research quarter, into a farmer's quarter, and an exploitation, which is woodland. I'm not sure. I haven't made anything there. Interesting. Interesting indeed.
Well, yes, it is.
And that gets me another sage. Yay for sage.
Yay for Sage. And I need to take out the dog after we get done. I told him, I was like, you know, I'm going to take you out whenever we get done with this.
Well, that's kind of why I like setting up a stream schedule. Like, that's why I'm going to do from 10 to 1 every day, and then later again in the evening. On Wednesdays, I'm going to do it at 9 to midnight because we're doing D&D, but every other day is going to probably be like 4 to 8 or 5 to 9, some of that sort.
Trust me, I have, if we ever have, like, time, I have a lot of stuff I can do. I have, like, a lot planned. Not too many plans.
Oh, you're talking about for D&D?
Got too many plans for D&D. I hope everybody's cool with it.
Well, I mean, if you want to find some more players, we want to do this multiple nights, that's cool, but I don't think we can, with the current group we have. Maybe Truth, but I don't know about Ben, and definitely not Sharon and D, because they can barely squeeze in the time they have for me now.
Yeah, for them.
I mean, they're busy people. I don't disrespect that, you know what I'm saying? Like.
Yeah, no, I agree. I like that. I hear that. I know they do the business.
Right, they're just helping me out, so it's not like I can be mad about it.
Exactly.
Ooh. Technological osmosis. Yes, please. And we're on good terms with them, but not increasing. Good terms, but not increasing. Now, I mean, I may end up very well just annexing all these too, but then you're going to be looking into having to save up a bunch of influence in order to combine the two. It's just not that feasible, quite frankly. And this one, like Explorer Scout, seems to not be doing so much. So I think it's time he gets retired.
Yeah, we should make a new city. It looks like it.
Yeah, because you're 4-4. And I pretty much consider your city cap to be +1. Because 10 influence is just not... I mean, like, most cities produce more than that. Like, the city I just bought, I was a net influence of 7 increase, plus the ability to have a city. Because it was 10, it produced at least 10 influence, you know what I'm saying? So I think that's worth it to me. I feel like that's why your hard city cap is really 1+, whatever it is.
Oh yeah?
That's what I feel.
I hear that.
Yeah, but it's now 1 o'clock, so let's just, when we end this turn, I'll save the game.
Oh shit, I think I'm doing crazy well. I don't know if I'm doing crazy well, but it seems to be pretty decent. What the hell? This seems to be, like, crazy.
I mean, so far it looks like you're number 2, and I'm number 3, and Black is number 1, and he's beating you by 200. He's beating you by 200 faith, and me by 4. And then, of course, Pink is right behind us. Blue's dropped off a lot. Remember, she was top of the tops.
Hate her. Not Blue, but well, the person right below me, or right below you, number 4. Don't like them. They're bad peeps.
Number 4, Pink. That's funny. Alright, so I will end the stream. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow. Hopefully I'll be able to get those bits, the drops soon. I'm going to send them an email, see if I can get on that list to get you guys some drops to watching it for that. So as soon as I find, there's the button. Done, ending soon. There's all my links. Twitch, Fire of Life, obviously you're probably watching it on that one. If you're watching this on YouTube, please come to Twitch and follow me there. I'm trying to get affiliate, and I need views and stuff on Twitch for that. So thanks. Not to mention, you should also just subscribe at YouTube while you're over there, because it is free either way. The follows on Twitch are free, and subscriptions on YouTube are free. So do that because it's free and it helps brother out. Otherwise, thank you so much.